Anna stood in the middle of the living room, unable to believe what she had just heard. Her eyes slowly shifted from her husband to the elder woman sitting comfortably in the armchair by the window. The afternoon sun peeked through the curtains, casting long golden streaks across the polished wooden floor. Everything looked peaceful, almost beautiful. But the atmosphere inside the apartment had turned icy. Her mother-in-law calmly stirred sugar into her tea as she had merely commented on the weather. Son-in-law, Anna's mother finally asked, her voice trembling with disbelief, is your mother serious? I have to pay 10,000 rubles just to spend one night in my own daughter's apartment. The question lingered in the air. Dmitry rubbed the back of his neck, refusing to meet Anya's eyes. It is just a rule, he muttered. A rule, Anna repeated. Her voice was quiet, but Anyan who knew her could hear the anger building beneath every word. What kind of rule? Dmitry said. Mom believes that everyone who stays here should contribute to household expenses. Anna blinked several times, convinced she had misunderstood him. You mean my mother, my 63-year-old mother. The woman who traveled 6 hours by train after her medical examination just to spend one night with us. He nodded weakly. Yes, Anna lied. Not because anything was funny. Because sometimes laughter was the only thing standing between a person and tears. Her mother looked embarrassed. She reached into her handbag and carefully pulled out a white envelope. I brought the money, she said softly. I didn't want any arguments. Anna immediately turned toward her. Mom, it is alright. No, it isn't. Her mother tried to smile. I don't want to create problems in your marriage. Across the room, Dmitry's mother finally looked up from her tea. No one is trying to offend Anyon, she said in an even tone. Life is expensive. Electricity, water, heating, everything costs money. Anna stared at her. 10,000 rubles for one night. It is cheaper than a hotel. Anna couldn't believe the comparison. A hotel. Yes, this isn't a hotel. No, her mother-in-law replied calmly. It is my son's home. Anna felt something tighten inside her chest. My son's home. Not our home. Not Anna's home. Not the apartment they supposedly shared. Just her son's. Anna slowly folded her arms. Interesting choice of words. The elder woman shrugged. I simply speak the truth. Anna looked toward Dmitry, waiting for him to say something. Anything. A joke. An apology. A correction. Instead, he simply remained silent. That silence hurt more than any insult. 3 years earlier, everything had seemed different. She still remembered meeting Dmitry at a friend's birthday party. He had been charming, attentive, and endlessly patient. When everyone else crowded around the music, he had stayed beside her on the balcony for nearly 2 hours talking about books, travel, and dreams. He had listened, really listened. When she mentioned wanting a family filled with warmth instead of constant arguments, he had smiled. I grew up wanting the same thing. She believed him. They dated for 2 years. He brought flowers every Friday. He remembered anniversaries. He called her mother on holidays without being reminded. Her friends often said she had found one of the good ones. Even Anna's father, who trusted almost no one, approved. He's respectful, he said. That single word had meant everything. Then life changed. Her father passed away unexpectedly from a heart attack only 6 months before the wedding. The loss shattered the family. Anna spent weeks handling paperwork, comforting her grieving mother, and trying to keep herself together. During that difficult period, Dmitry stayed by her side. Or at least she believed he did. After the wedding, they moved into Anna's apartment. It wasn't luxurious, just a cozy 2-bedroom apartment in a quiet neighborhood. Years before, Anna's parents had invested nearly all their savings to help her buy it. She had also taken out a mortgage, which she faithfully paid off over several years. Every bonus from work had gone toward the loan. Every vacation had been postponed. Every unnecessary purchase had been avoided. Sh remembered repainting the walls herself because hiring painters was too expensive. Sh remembered assembling furniture until midnight. Sh remembered eating instant noodles for weeks after replacing the refrigerator. Every corner of this apartment carried a memory. It wasn't simply property. It represented years of sacrifice. When Dmitry moved in, Sh never once reminded him that the apartment legally belonged to her. Sh believed marriage meant building one life together. Ownership never mattered. At least it hadn't mattered to her. Then his mother began visiting more frequently. At first it seemed harmless. Sh offered advice about cooking. Then advice about cleaning. Then advice about furniture placement. Soon advice became criticism. The curtains are too dark. You should iron bedsheets. A proper wife wakes before her husband. Anna laid these comments off. Sh assumed it was simply a generation gap. Dmitry always smiled awkwardly. Mom means well. Eventually the visits became longer. Instead of coming for lunch, his mother stayed all weekend. Instead of asking permission, Sh informed them. I'll be arriving Friday. Little by little, the apartment stopped feeling like Anna's home. Cupboards were reorganized. Kitchen utensils disappeared because they were supposedly stored incorrectly. Family photos of Anna's parents were moved into drawers because they made the room feel cluttered. Each change seemed small, but together they transformed everything. One evening Anna finally confronted Dmitry. Don't you think your mother is becoming a little comfortable here? He looked surprised. What do you mean? Sh rearranges everything. She's helping. Sh throws away my things. They're old. Sh criticizes everything I do. Sh just has high standards. Every concern Anna raised received the same response. She's just trying to help. After a while Anna stopped mentioning it. Not because the problems disappeared. Because Sh realized She was fighting alone. Months passed. Then comes the call from her mother. Sweetheart, Sh said gently over the phone, my follow-up examination is next week. The train back leaves early in the morning. Would it be alright if I stayed with you one night? Anna smiled immediately. Oh, of course. You don't have to ask. I don't want to inconvenience anyone. You could never inconvenience him. Her mother hesitated. What about Dmitry? I'll talk to him. When Anna asked her husband later that evening, he simply nodded. Sir, nothing more. Sh took that as agreement. The following Saturday, her mother arrived carrying only a small sidekick and a handmade apple pie wrapped carefully in a kitchen towel. I know Dmitry likes this. Anna hugged her tightly. You never have to bring anything. It is what mothers do. The evening was pleasant. They lied over dinner. They looked through old family photographs. Anna's mother shared funny stories from Anna's childhood. Even Dmitry smiled a few times. For a brief moment, everything felt normal again. Then breakfast came. Anna was making coffee when Sh noticed her mother standing awkwardly near the dining table. Across from her sat Dmitry's mother. An envelope rested between them. I calculated the expenses, the elder woman said calmly. Anna frowned. What expenses? For your mother's stay. Silence. Anna slowly placed the coffee pot onto the counter. What are you talking about? Her mother-in-law pushed the envelope forward. 10,000 rubles. Anna looked from the envelope to her husband. Surely this was some terrible misunderstanding. Dmitry, he shifted uncomfortably. Mom, her voice became sharper. What is this? He swallowed. Mom thinks guests should contribute. Anna stared at him in disbelief. My mother isn't a guest. Well, she's family. His mother folded her hands neatly. Family should respect household rules. Anna felt heat rushing to her face. What household rules? The same rules that apply to everyone. My mother stayed one night. Exactly. Anna looked at the envelope again. Her own mother quietly picked it up. It is alright, Anna. No, I don't want conflict. You shouldn't have to pay. It is only money. Anna shook her head. No, it is dignity. Her mother lowered her eyes. For the first time, Anna noticed how tired she looked. The long train ride, the hospital visits, the grief she still carried after losing her husband. And now this humiliation. All because she wanted to spend one evening with her daughter. Anna's heart broke. She turned once more toward Dmitry. This was his chance. One sentence. One word. Mom, that is enough. Instead, he looked at the flower. I think everyone should calm down. Anna felt something inside her quietly snap. Not loudly, not dramatically, like a thin thread that had been stretched for years until it finally gave way. She suddenly understood something painful. The biggest problem wasn't the 10,000 rubles. It wasn't even her mother-in-law. The real problem was standing only a few feet away. A husband who chose silence whenever courage was required. Her mother carefully placed the envelope back onto the table. LPIF that is what everyone wants. Anna gently covered her mother's hand with her own. No, she spoke so softly that everyone leaned forward to hear her. You won't pay a single ruble. Then she slowly lifted her eyes toward the cabinet near the hallway. Inside it was a blue folder containing documents she hadn't looked at in years. As her gaze settled on it, a calm smile appeared on her face for the first time that morning. No one else in the room understood why. But within seconds, everything they believed about this apartment, and about who truly held the power inside it, was about to change.